Hi everyone, welcome back. Very hard to film today. It's pouring down, and I'm actually in the garage. And remember, my garage has no power at all, no slots, nothing. So it's dark. I am going to look into a little generator that will power a light, so that I can do a little bit more in the winter. I uploaded quite a long video yesterday. Sorry about that. My editing skills weren't great because I just didn't have the time. So I just kind of threw it up. But that's just a snippet of how long I actually spend on these bikes. The bobber is... I love the bobber. It has that little kick that's winding me up. Now, I want you guys to hear it. So give me a minute. I want to get the bike warm. Actually, no. You guys have heard it before. I know you have. I've filmed it. I got the sinnis back over there. And swapped it with the newer bike yesterday. That's all good. I mean, I kicked the sinnis over, it started first time and it was great. So, but I don't like how long it takes to warm up. I want the bike to be ready to go in 30 seconds. So I think I'm going to try the performance carb on it, the CG carb. I think that might solve all of its issues that aren't really issues. This coil I bought before a while back. I think it's junk, but it should do the basic job of being a coil. So I'm going to... I might just swap both. I've got two of them on this bike and just see what happens. It may not even start. I'm sure I've tried them coils before and the bike didn't even start. That was the other calf. But I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm switching over the coils for now to see if the new coils are better, if the bike runs a bit better. If that happens to work, then I'll bin the old coils and keep the new ones, or maybe even buy a better version of the new ones. So, first thing I'm doing on this bike today is coil change. The XJ600 is ready to go, guys. Anyone interested, let me know. It'll be a great winter hack for the price. Then, while we're dry, because we're inside at the moment, and... well, I don't know if this is the appropriate time actually to put any paint on the bike. It's possibly not, because I'm going to be putting that in here and this might have to go out there. So coil change, and let's see what that achieves at this stage. Very quick job, guys. I'm not going to take the old ones off, leave them hanging, put the new ones on, put the wires on, plug them in. Simple as that. Let's see how well it starts and warms up with the new coils, if it starts and warms up at all. So the new junk red coils are on. Let's see what happens. It may not even start. On, ignition on, choke on, we have liftoff. Good news there is the bike started and coils work at least. Bad news is it kind of kicks back immediately, but the choke is on. That leads me to believe that it is not a firing problem, it is a fueling problem. Look at the smoke on the wrap. I'm going to let it warm up properly for now, and then see what's going on. I think the air fuel screw may be the key to solving this issue. Okay, so choke is off. I'm going to rev it a bit. Let me know what you think about this noise. It's the kind of a slight backfire. Problem is, it's not on deceleration. If it was, it would be okay. It is on acceleration. So have a good listen. Yeah, I mean, I've solved my own issue there, guys, on the throttle. It's the first third of the throttle that's causing the issues. That is the air fuel screw. I'm not sure if that one was seized. So I think the smart thing to do here is... I can't get a screwdriver in there, I don't think, can I? It is down in here. Actually, I probably can. Let me see if that's free anyway. If it is, that saves us so much hassle. I have a feeling that's the one that was seized and rounded or something and caused the issues. So I might even have a spare in here, actually. Jake sent me a bunch of carb spares. Let me pop this little guy off to give me a bit more space, and then I'm going to see if I can tune the first third to be... I think it'll be too much fuel, so I think it probably needs to go in to restrict... No, hang on. Yes, to restrict some fuel. Let's see if that solves the problem. I mean, you can tell on mid and full revs, it's absolutely stunning. It's just that first third. That's definitely the air fuel screw. Let me see if I can solve this problem. I'd love to get this bike up and ready for someone to have, basically. Although, I do need a winter hack. And this would be brilliant, actually. Let's see. I don't know if I can afford to insure two bikes at once, but you can't have the Harley out in rain like this. And the bobber is kind of fine for stuff like this, really, isn't it? Because it's just... yeah, it is what it is. Okay, great. Let me see if I can do something with that tuning. Hopefully we can get this bike done and dusted. I'll put the original black Honda coils back on after this, because they're just better to have. But at least we know the red ones work as they should. So I appear to be able to turn the air fuel screw. Let me see if I'm going to obviously start the bike up. Have it idle, then I'll be turning the screw quarters or half turns. We're going to see if the idle rises. If it doesn't rise, I'm going to have to go back in to see, to kind of reseat it. So have a listen. I'm turning the air fuel screw. I'm probably going to go in first. I'm not sure, actually. I'll probably go out first to see if the idle rises. I'm not expecting it to rise. I think this air fuel screw needs to go in and be set. Yeah, so let's see. Have a good listen. So I went in half a turn. I think it sounds better. I'm going to take it for a quick spin. That's the only way to really know for sure how the bike's running. So quick spin, helmet on, see what's going on. You won't get much out of this, but I guess you'll see if I have to push it back or not. So it still did it a little bit, but again, I don't think it was necessarily unhealthy. I'm gonna mess about a bit more with that screw just in case. I don't know if I'm seated in or out at the moment. I haven't properly done that. It would be quite ideal to pull that screw all the way out, see if I've got a new one the same. Put a bit of grease on the new one and put that back in, and then I've got a bit more play area, so I'm gonna have a look at that. Hi guys, so this is very new for me. I am going to attempt to run you guys on the bike and give you a slight view of what I might see and feel and hear when I'm test riding the bikes. I don't know how to set up this angle properly, so I'm just going to try my best here. Obviously I'm going to be kind of leaning forward like this. Let me tilt you guys up a touch. One moment, I think you need to come up a little bit, because when I lean forward, there you go. So let's see a really quick kind of run with this camera. I don't know what the picture's going to be like, I don't know what the sound's going to be like. It's literally going to be up and down the road. Right, let's see how this goes. I'd normally come up here first, just see how the bike rides on them first couple of roads. I'd spin around. I'll normally go down and around the corner. See what the bike's like on the bumps. It's much better than it was before. Second gear, done it. Bike pulls very well. Bike's running very well. Now I'll go up through the gears. So first, second, third, back to second, and then you'd normally see me coming back in with some sort of smile or frown on my face. I'd normally nearly hit the camera and give the bike a bit of a rev. And that's how one of my short test rides goes. I'm not sure how that footage is going to come out, guys. Hopefully it will be okay. I want to try and do a bit more filming of the bikes when I test ride them, so that you guys get an idea and an understanding of what it's actually like. Okay guys, so the Sinnis is here. It just has this very, very slight hesitation at the first third, kind of slightly similar to the CB, but not really. Very slight hesitation, and it's annoying. It's not something your average Joe would notice. It's kind of something your average Jay noticed last week. But again, he said it's so slight that it's almost not worth addressing. So let's just have a look. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. So it's fine. It starts. It will warm itself up. I've come to the conclusion that this bike doesn't need choke, so you don't choke it to start it up. That helps it. So there is. I'm going to play. Just watch the revs here and watch the throttle. I'm just going to play. I'll show you. So tiny. Listen to the engine. So it wasn't there, but if you go a bit faster, there was a. See that hesitation, right? Watch. Ready? See it there? You saw it clearly there. It kind of stumbles. Again, ready? So it is one tiny little spot. You actually have to know the spot. If you're driving this normally, driving along, you pull it over, it just doesn't, like, you know, imagine now I'm in first and pulling away. It won't do it. Once you find the spot, you basically do what I'm doing and you drive yourself nuts. But I have got this Pagaishi, this basically CG performance carb. Kinda can't be arsed switching it over. Ooh. Full throttle's killing it. Interesting. Ready? Full throttle. Ka-ching. Alright, yes, this carb just isn't kind of doing its thing. I don't know if I've had this carb off, I can't remember. I assume I took it off and cleaned it. I did take it off and clean it, I think. Maybe. Don't know. I did, yes. Be nuts not to try that CG carb. It's a straight direct replacement. It's brand new. It's there. It costs 20 quid. And if it kind of changes the performance of this thing, then somebody gets a much better bike than one that's a bit blippy and a bit annoying. Even though this bike will get you from A to B under normal conditions. You don't open the throttle like that under normal conditions, you see. Plus the bike wasn't warm. So I think I'm going to attempt this quick carb change just out of curiosity. I don't know what slides. Am I going to have to switch over the slides? What slides have we got? Is it a round one? Yeah, it's a round one. It'll probably be a direct swap over, but I'll check them both, make sure they're exactly the same. And then I'll show you guys if there's any improvement at all. But I have a feeling that this kind of slightly more complex choke system is potentially playing up with the bike. It's potentially causing problems, so I'd quite like to just lose that and have the manual one down there that you turn. So let's see. I'll film little bits and pieces, but ultimately I'm taking the side panels off, probably the seat off, and then it's 2 bolts, isn't it, and a bit of tubing. Let's get the I hope that's off and not free flow, and let me try and kill it, actually, not like literally. See, it's not doing it now. It does at low revs. I was going to try and tune it out again, but I'm going to chuck on that other carb. Am I on stop? I think I'm on stop. That could easily be free flow. Nah, that's going to be stop. So let me run out this fuel. Hopefully it'll kill itself in a minute. That means the fuel in the line and the carb is gone. And then while I'm doing that, I'll get moving off the side panels. So guys, old carb is off. That's it up there. The only kind of slight thing it was doing was the choke weren't fully operating when on, so it wasn't fully closing off. Yeah, that could have contributed to it not warming up quickly enough, actually. it may have been a better bike if that was operating properly, but I doubt that's the only issue. I have swapped over the actual needle. You'd be nuts not to, just in case they changed it. And now, and the spring actually, guys, the top cap's normally the same, but that's easily changeable as well. That's it. We bolt the new one on. It's in the box still. Put everything back together and see if that runs much better. I have a feeling, I didn't know this was running a pair system, which is a emissions control system. It's so unnecessary, and that causes running problems for all these bikes. It's this here. Absolutely had no idea it was running one of them. Not needed. I might just make a blank off plate here out of a bit of metal. It's easy enough to do if you've got a drill, some metal, some silicone sealant, and get rid of that completely. So that's my best bets. But let's see, let's chuck on this carb first and see if the performance carb saves all the issues. Then we can leave the pair system on. It's not a huge issue. So here you go, guys, new carbs on. It was quite a quick exchange there. We've now got choke like this. Up is choke off, down is choke on. Oh, actually, hang on, I'm doing that the wrong way around. So, oh god. Down is choke off. Up is choke on. So choke's on now, choke's off now. Yes. Let's fire it up. I think it's all done correctly. Saying that, oh god, look what I'm seeing. Oh, we lost. Actually, that had a seal on it. Yes, I saw it had a washer. Although, does this have that washer as well? If it does, I'm probably going to need to throw that on. Yeah, it does. Alright, well, we'll see how it is anyway. Let's fire it up. Before doing too much, let's get the fuel on. We'll see the fuel drip down here. See that fill up? Lovely. It should be kind of fairly warm-ish as an engine, so I'm not going to do choke. Let's fire it up and see how it... Obviously, I've not adjusted the idle, so I'll need to look at that. That's here. Oh, it seems a fair bit out, that. Let's try that. That's a low idle. Oh, I need to get my flathead on that. There you go. So far it seems alright. There you go. Nice. Ooh, still has that bit of a flat spot, but it's not warm. Let me give it a couple of minutes to warm up. It's a bit unfair judging it right now. A couple of minutes to warm up, and then we'll see what's going on. This was a good carb. You know how this was a good carb? Because see all these blue markings you see everywhere? Someone had tweaked it and adjusted it to the kind of right torque settings and stuff. Right, give it 2 minutes to warm up, and then I'll probably take it for a spin. So I've got my Power Ranger harness back on. Let's go for a quick test ride and see what's going on. I definitely think that power system is causing the problems. It's going to be something I might block off. Let's see. Oh, it's nice and wet. Right, what kind of fuel you got here? No idea. It drives very well, guys. It drives so well, there's no issues here. Don't know if I'd call it high performance. That's fine, absolutely fine. Yep, I'm very happy with that, guys. I'm fine with that. That for me is good to go. That's done and dusted. I'll throw the side panels back on, and it's up again. Advertised. Someone should snap this up. It's up for like $7.50. Oh, when did? That's it, guys. It's all buttons back up. I'm very happy with the outcome on this one and the performance carb. It seems much better. It's showing no issues at all. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to take off the old choke. It's not needed. It's just up there and ugly. And then this bike's kind of ready to go. I've got that mirror somewhere, I think. Maybe. The right mirror. It's yeah, I'll throw that on. But honestly, it's a nice bike. It just wasn't right for Sky because it's, well, kind of my fault really, because the carb just weren't ready. This would have been a much better setup for her, as she would just turn it on, flick the switch, wait a minute or two in the morning, and then on her way. Saying that, the Lex Moto she's got at the moment is stunning. It's pretty much brand new. It does 120 miles to the gallon. Automatic choke, fuel injected. It's beautiful. I'm really glad she's got it. Someone's going to get this, which is great. I love this bike as well. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good at this stage. That's it for today, really. The XJ's complete. That's up for sale. The bobber is the bobber. I should get some pictures. I should start getting interest. I guess I technically want to wait to see if I can get the Speedo. Daniel said he found the Speedo for 130 quid this morning. No chance. No chance. I'd rather not have one than pay 130 quid for that tiny little piece of metal and plastic, really. To be clear, Daniel's not selling me that. He said he found one online at that price. That's probably Honda's original price. I think the one I bought was 20 quid maybe, but it's from China. So you just have to wait, annoyingly, for it to come. But at the moment it's saying it's 4 weeks away, and it's not ideal. I don't want to store all these bikes. Yes, as always, thanks for watching. Do send me some comments, we can have a chat. Do join my Facebook group. It's called Motorcycle Rescuer and Jake Corb Parts. It's where we can have a chat, talk to each other, show our projects, ask for help, and yeah, anything like that. And me and Jake have Insta now. Jake's will be Jake Corb Parts or something similar. Mine's Motorcycle Rescuer. I don't get or understand Instagram, guys, so I'm not that lively on it. Facebook's better for me because I understand it a bit more. Any interest in any of the bikes, let me know. I'd rather my watchers have the bikes. They know exactly what they've been through. They know exactly what tweaks were done on what might be needed in the near future. Not that that's much on any of my bikes. I try and get them as clear, as done and dusted as possible.
Self-destruct sequence activated.